All right, guys, so we're out in Williamsburg, Michigan, picking up a cool 57 Chevy panel van. This used to be your dad's, you said?
It was. It's a 57 Chevy panel truck.
Okay.
My dad passed away in 2016.
Yeah.
And he brought it home without the sticker, and the sticker says pretty much everything.
Yeah.
Beers and tears. It'll clean up good, and it
Yeah.
sounds good once it starts. So.
Oh, I bet.
My
Yeah.
dad passed away in 2016.
Yeah.
And my brother passed away 2 years ago. They were the car guys.
Yeah.
Restoring them and doing a lot to them.
Right.
So it takes a lot. It
Right.
takes a lot to get them started, get them running, keep them clean.
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
Yeah, it is.
So he was a car guy. He had more cars than just this, didn't he?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. We
Yeah.
had, when I was a kid, there was a 48 Ford convertible,
Okay.
an original Sand Dunes car.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that we got to ride in when I was a kid.
Yeah,
so,
those are neat. 'Cause
Yeah.
there was only like 8 of them or something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
those are really cool. Well, I appreciate you telling me a little bit about it. We'll hook the
Appreciate it.
tractor up, get her out of here, and get it to the shop and get it cleaned up.
Sounds great.
Awesome, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, guys, so we're back to the shop with the 57 panel van. This thing is cool. This is probably the coolest vehicle I've ever had in the shop and the coolest vehicle I've ever had on the channel. This thing just screams badass. So if you guys remember the Trans Am video, Jeff bought that Trans Am, which he likes to buy those barn find cars, get them all fixed up, and then resell them to owners that appreciate them and that will drive them again on the road. And once we get this all cleaned up, Jeff's gonna come by here and get this thing fired up, and I think he's even gonna drive it home. And he says he's got a surprise for me, so I wonder what that's gonna be, but we're gonna find that out at the end of the video. So now that it's in the shop, let's open up all the doors, open up this hood, and see what kind of condition everything's in and what kind of a project we got ahead of us. All right, so we're onto the interior, and this thing is not that super filthy as it is on the exterior. What I do know is that this truck at one point was torn apart and it was put on a rotisserie where every nut and bolt of this vehicle was restored and made perfect. These look like some nice big comfy seats. They must have been pulled out of a van or a camper and then reupholstered. And then on the top here, it's embroidered 57 Chevy. And there's a lot of dog hair right there on the passenger one, so there must have been a dog that liked to ride around with him. Carpet is a little messy. It looks like some rodents have been running in and out of here. And what I do know is over there on the passenger floor is there's a skeleton of something there. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's a chipmunk or a squirrel or a big rat. From what I see here is it looks really cool in the back. So let's go open up those barn doors and see what it looks like back there. All right, guys, so we're in the back of the van, and this thing is cool as hell. Look at, I got myself 2 recliners. It's got wood paneling all the way down the sides, wood paneling on the roof, wood paneling on the ground. We got a couple Pioneer speakers. Everything is in great condition. All right, so we got the hood popped, and it's probably just a 350 Chevy under there. That's what it looks like. Super clean in here. There's a lot of room under here, that's for sure. There could be even a bigger motor, and there could be a lot more other stuff under here. All right, so one thing I really like about this panel van is this decal on the side. It says beers and tears. If this was my truck, I would love to keep this decal on here, but Jeff says that he cannot sell it with the decal, so we're gonna have to remove it. All right, so we looked over the 57 Chevy, and this thing is filthy on the exterior, and it's all right on the interior. I'm super excited to get this thing washed down and to see this purple paint shine again. And I'm excited to have Jeff come here at the end of this and get this thing running and watch it drive down the road. So the old man that owned this truck and passed away many years ago, he must have really loved this thing because he did an every nut and bolt restoration on it and made this thing perfect. If you could acquire any car in the world and restore it, what would be your dream car to restore? So while you're leaving that comment, I'm gonna go grab my wash bucket and pressure washer, and we're gonna get started on this detail. All right, so I got the whole exterior washed and cleaned, and now it's ready to be polished. But before we go ahead and polish it, I'm gonna go and do this interior, get this all blown out, scrubbed up, and cleaned, and then we'll go on to the polishing. And then later today at 5:30, Jeff will be here to get this thing fired up, and hopefully he'll drive it home. So let's pull these mats, and I'll grab my Tornador and get this thing blown out. All right, so I got the 57 Chevy all finished up, and now Jeff's here to check it out. What do you think about it?
I think it's absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah.
Nice job, Dane.
Yeah, big difference. I'm excited for you.
I didn't realize it was this deep of a purple. It's prettier than I remembered it now.
It is. So what are we doing here today? We're gonna get it running?
We're going to try something different. We're going to try to get this thing started up for the first time, and then we're going to try to drive it to Patrick's shop, which is a few miles from here, and we're going to make sure we got some fuel in it, make sure the cylinders are decent, check the gas tank. We got a battery, we got a few things that we might need to get it started, and we'll see what it takes, okay?
Right, yeah.
I'm kind of excited to hear it run.
Me too. I'm excited to see it go down the road.
I'm excited to hear it fire up.
All right, well, let's pop the hood and try to see if we can get it fired up.
All right, sounds good.
So you took out the spark plug, spray a little bit of WD in it.
In each cylinder, yeah. And then what we'll do is we'll crank it over, and crank it over without the coil wire in it. Get some oil going through it. And then we get some oil pressure, and then we'll put some mixed fuel down the carburetor. It may smoke a little bit to start with, but it's good for the car.
About to start to crank it.
Go ahead. See what By golly, there's no knocks or ticks in that motor.